Hello, welcome to the reading room. It's Sylvie here. I'm going to do a tarot reading on attitude problems at work. How to handle your coworker or coworkers, how to handle their attitude. I'm going to let you choose your pile. Okay, group number 1, let's see what you have. Well, don't forget to press that subscribe button, the like button. Leave a comment, if you have something to say or you'd like to tell me something, or I just love to hear from you. And yeah, and for those who have, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. So for some reason, there's some pretty good strength at work. Things are going it seems to be passionate in there. Things are heated. Yeah, things are heated and there's whispers everywhere. It's like you're being told stuff. I mean, and you're kind of like thinking, what the frig? Like, I have other strong words to say, but you're like really thinking, like, what's going on? Like, and you're not one to push over. I mean, you're pretty straight. You're pretty like, this is how it is. This is what I want. This is what you should do. And you put those ideas, you direct the ideas, you tell the ideas, you set them the way you want, and you execute them by letting everybody know what they should be doing, how they should be doing it. And so you're kind of in charge of your things or yourself. If you're not in charge of workers or a group around you, you're definitely in charge of yourself and how you portray yourself and how you're going to be with your work. So it's either two or the other. Like, I mean, you're either some kind of boss, team leader, leadership, or have some influence at work of some kind. But for yourself too, you're very, very strict with yourself and how in your beliefs, but yet you're being whispered stuff and constantly all the time. Now you're wondering what the frig is going on with all this attitude. Like, what's going? How am I going to handle that? Like, you're thinking, you're having those ideas in your head, and things are just swarming around. Well, what they see is that they seem to think that you're a really nice person, but that you're either leaving work, you're either leaving work, or you're leaving them behind, or you're not appreciating what you got and you turn their backs on them. That's where the attitude is coming from. That's how they're feeling. You're emotional. You're a person that's very thinks with their feelings and reacts with their feelings. And yeah, you're there for them. Yeah, you will support them and you know how to deal with things and all that stuff. But that's how they're feeling, is that you're emo and you've left them, or you're leaving work, or you found a new job, or you have a new position, but basically you left them. And also, or the work is gone. The work is gone. There's not much work left, or the work's not coming in, and they feel like they have to move, they have to go. But no, it's mostly about you, though. What they don't see is how fair you are and how knowing you are. And when you're always supportive in the act. Like, you always take part in what's going on. You're always doing your part. You're always there helping them with their part. Yeah, so, they don't see that right now. They don't see any of that. All they see is you leaving them behind in some way, or not being supportive of them and turning your back on them in some way. Well, things were good at work till they figured out what was going on. Well, they thought they had it together, but they don't. and they thought they knew, they didn't know what to do, but now they do. So they change their attitude towards you. They reacting to what they wish, what they had wished. They're reacting to it. So they thought everything was good, and then the world turned upside down in their beliefs, and they are reacting, and they're also being quite selfish in their way of acting, immature, like not professional whatsoever, and they don't give a shit. They don't care. They're like, whatever. Like, you turned your back on us, and we're going to turn your back on you. Or they're thinking you're very selfish, and because you didn't act the way you should act, or what you should have been doing. The problem is that there's a new opportunity, or a new beginning, or a new venture, or the reason I say new is because it's someone that's really not experienced, and just jumped in without being prepared, and they really don't have any experience, and they don't know what they're doing. They might be good people and all that stuff, but they don't know what they're doing, and they kind of just jumped in, and now they're rethinking their decision. They're thinking, what the frig is this? Like, what did I put myself into? And yeah, because they thought they could do this. They thought they could get in there. So these people this worker, I get these people aren't confident in their skills or what they should be doing, and it's easy to blame you for their problems, but they're not taking their responsibility either. And yeah, what you have to do is you have to go in there and straighten that stuff out, balance it, like let them know what's what and how it is. You got to go in there and tell them, okay, this is under no circumstances should you sway or have any other way of thinking or be soft in some way. Be fair, but I mean not soft. Like, you should just go in and say how it is, or what it is, or what's going on, and how it's going to be. Like, set the law, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Set the law down. So if you're a boss, you need to straighten this out right away. Like, I mean, you got to go in there and say, okay, that's enough of that. This attitude, this problem is going to have to stop, and this is how it's going to be from now on, and this is what's happening. But at the same time, make sure that it's fair and everybody gets something coming to them that that they deserve having coming to them, and some I call it some motivation to change or to behave or to do better. They're really immature. This is for those who has co-workers that are immature, and you're the leader of them. You're not a boss, but you're above them in some way. If it's seniority, or if it's assigned leadership of some kind, or you oversee or something, well, then you gotta let them know, because that's not the way they're acting. That has to stop. It has to change. It's enough of that. And that if you're not, doesn't look like you're leaving to me. So if they were under the impression that you were leaving, maybe straighten that out for those who have that. They're thinking, oh, he's just going to go for another job, or she's going to go for another job, or she's taking that promotion, or there's something. They feel totally like as if you abandoned them. So that has to be straightened out, let them know how it is. And if you are leaving and you're going to a new position and you're going to be their boss, like how it is. No matter what the situation is at work, they need to know what's going on. And by them knowing how it is, how it's going to be, and what's up, then they're going to react in a better way. They're going to be actually happier and feeling content and thinking, wow, we're now back as a team, or we're good co-workers together, or whatever. But they need that stability of being told exactly how it is or what it is. So whatever whispers you get in your ears about rumors about whatever, you need to straighten those rumors out. Those rumors are festing, and they're getting bigger and bigger, and they're out of hand, and they're making people react and act in a negative way. They're reassessing things. They're seeing things in a different light, and they see you as having so much opportunities, or having so much more than them, or you're a favorite over someone else, or they don't see that you've been protecting them or on their side or working with them. They don't see that. They don't get those messages. They just see that they see what they want to see, I guess. So the attitude is mostly from feeling insecure, and thinking that you don't care, or you're turning your back, or you're not going to be supportive, or they want you the way you were before. I don't know. It's quite immature. Very, very, like it almost seems like you're working with people that haven't had a job for a long time, or they never had a job. They never knew how to react to a job, or how to be professional at a job. They confuse the two, friendship and work. There you go. They confuse. That's the key word, I guess. That's what you need to know, where the attitude is coming from. They confuse friendship with co-worker. Like, to them, there's no difference. I work with you, so you're my friend. And that's how they feel. And so they feel betrayed if you don't give them some kind of support or something, or if you change or leave or do whatever. For them, you should treat them like a friend. So that has to be straightened out. So whatever whispers you're hearing, straighten it out, and then everything will be fine. So you actually have to say it. It's not good enough just to let it go, because they won't let it go, and it's just going to fester. All right, so I hope that resonated. So group number 2, let's see what's going on here. So things are quite emotional at work. It's like you don't know what's going on, or you've been pretty dreamy, or things have been like pretty not. I almost want to say surreal, but I don't know. Let me see. So they see you as working and doing your stuff, and also you're just carefree. Yeah, they just see that you're just carefree. You just do whatever. You work good. You're a good worker. You do really good things. You're just carefree and lucky, I guess, in kind of some way. Things come easy to you, and you just like carefree dreamer. Not much effort. They don't realize that you wait for your opportunities to shine, and that everything is calculated. They just see you as carefree. They don't realize that work is work. Oh, sorry. Oh, this way. I don't like that they have titles on both sides. Like they have written on both sides. It's crazy. Okay, so here this one is upside down, and okay. Yeah. So here, yeah. I think people are weird. They see things as they don't have what you have, or they wish they had what you had, or they don't understand how you have everything. Yeah. Well, they're not jealous of you or anything like that. They're not hateful or anything like that. They just don't understand how come you have everything you want. Yeah, like how come it just everything comes easy to you? And that's where the attitude is. They just don't understand how come things are hard for them, things are easy for you. Yeah, you don't seem to work hard. You don't seem to do anything to make things work. And they see you as you make their job harder. Yeah, things are quite stressful. They make it harder for you. Sorry. Their solution for that is to make your job harder. They want to teach you a lesson or something, or they want to let you know how life is in some ways, or they want life to be hard so they can justify their lives being hard. They just can't handle that you have everything come to you easy. Well, you got to be supportive of them because they're at your workplace for sure. And you got to work with them for sure, even though it's not pleasant. But you don't need to do their work or work. You don't need to change your work ethic or your way of work. Their attitude at work is they want to make it harder for you. And here you don't need to change the way you are doing anything. You don't need to be any particular thing. You just have to be just keep doing your job the way you've been doing it and supporting what's going on and just keep on working and ignoring it. Doesn't look like there's anything to do. You just gotta keep on going. And yeah, things will get a little tough for a while. Nothing's going to change. And yeah, nothing's gonna change right now. They're just gonna make your life. They just want you to have things harder. So you just gotta show them that you're not affected by their foolishness. Basically, that's what it is. Like, you have to be the grown up, like just who cares what they think kind of thing. Like, you just have to keep going and never mind and let them be in their own thinking, in their own world, and just ignore them and keep going. It doesn't really make a difference to whether they have attitude towards you or not. It doesn't change your life. It doesn't change your job or what you're doing at work. It's just they make themselves miserable, and I just feel like I'm not done with the message, so I'm just going to pull out a few more cards. Just want to clarify the king of... Just need to clarify him. He's upside down, and I just feel like the message is incomplete. Can you complete the message? Because they were jumping earlier, and they were just wanting to say so much, and I just feel like I didn't get all the message. So could you finish the message? Can you finish your message? Okay. Yeah, things have a way of working out. No, that's all I'm getting. Well, things have a way of working out. So that's why it tells you not to do anything. just to keep going the way you are and just keep being who you are. And this is going to work itself out. Yeah, there's going to be an understanding there. And wow, I feel like definitely there's some interference. Someone's going to step in. There's definitely someone watching. You're being supported in some way. Somebody has understood something, and I feel that things are going to come down, and it's going to be known. It's going to be definitely known that that's enough, and things are going to go in a good way. So someone else is going to fix this. So you just continue working the way you are, because somebody else is going to put an end to this. They see what's going on and they don't like it, so they will end it. So I don't know if you have a supervisor or a higher boss, or what's going on, or maybe it's the business owner, but someone's going to fix this because they see that doesn't make sense, and they don't want to lose you, so they're going to take care of you. Okay, group number 3. What's going on? Wow, stabbing in the back. Seeing things in different ways. Creating whatever you want. They're really not happy. They don't see all what you do. They just see that you have everything coming to you. You whatever you think up is whatever happens. And yeah. Wow. Anyway, they're quite dreamy, I tell ya. They imagine whatever they feel, and they just think that they just imagine whatever. They see that you're freaking you do your best at your job, and you're always doing, and you're happy, and you're working good, and they see that things are good for you, and they see that. But they dream to have that. They dream to have what you have. Yeah, they're not all there. Like, I mean, they're missing a few ideas about how it should be at work, and they just they're lacking the understanding that a team is a team, and not being part of it, and not putting in what you need to put in, and rest when you don't, or not, like you should be doing more. You should be understanding how it works, and they're not. That's them. They don't understand this stuff. Their idea of fixing it is to give you attitude, to put you through things that you don't need to be put through. Like, they really, like, it's almost like a hate on, like, they make your job harder. They create chaos, and they just think this is great. They wait for the opportunity. They wait for the opportunity. They really out for you. Like, I mean, they can't stand you. This is why you get attitude, because they can't stand how good you have it, and they want what you have, and they mean to get what you have. So meanwhile, they're going to make everything horrible for you. So that's where the attitude is, because even they have to be nice to you. They're at work, and they just think that anyway, you have a decision to make. You have a decision to make. Yeah. Because this person here is quite toxic. The reason they give you attitude is because they want what you have, and that's simple as that. And they try to do everything they can, and it doesn't work out for them, and they're just stressed as could be. And you got a decision, and this decision is going to solve your problem. So I don't know if you know what your decision is, what you should be doing, or why they're saying that, but it is a decision to be made, and you should be able to solve your problem with that decision. You're just not sure about making it. It's going to release a lot of stress if you do. So what's going on with the Two of Swords? Let me wow. You're just not comfortable with it. You're not comfortable with the way they're acting. Makes you wonder what's going on. What else is, what are the problems? What's going on? Why is this happening? You get quite upset over it. You think you wonder what to do. You're constantly thinking about it. Yeah, you got to put a new light on it, a new like this guy here is painting a brand new room, like putting fresh paint on it, you know, sort of like that. You gotta have a new attitude yourself. You gotta change your attitude. That's how you handle this person, is by changing your attitude. Don't be like whatever you're deciding or whatever you feel like you need. Sometimes you got two choices how to act, and there's one you feel like doing, but you're just not sure if that's the right one. Do it. You got to change your attitude, not care so much. Change your attitude, and not care so much, and not think so much. Do your work, and don't care. Don't care what they're thinking. Don't care how they're acting. It's going to release a lot of stress. And make the decision that you've been holding off making. That decision will change your stress level. So I know you feel like you can't, or you're thinking, oh, if I do, something's going to happen. No, nothing will happen. Change your attitude. Change your own attitude to a positive attitude, and make your decision. This person here is a bully, and they're not going to stop. So to release your stress, you need to make your decision and change your own attitude, and be more positive. Don't worry about things that's going to happen, or should I, shouldn't I, will this happen, if I do this, will this happen, like all the scenarios that goes through your mind about this person. This is a coworker that's toxic. They give you attitude all the time. Well, you know what? You don't get paid for that. So go make your decision. You know what you want to do. You already know. So go make that decision, and you're going to release your stress. Change your attitude to a positive attitude, and rearrange your thinking. You're going to make it happen. You're going to make it happen. It's going to happen, and you're going to do good. But you're only going to do good after you take care of this person that's constantly sabotaging you, or causing you stress at work, or dreaming about whatever, however they act with you. Things will change at work for you after you've made the decision. So rearrange your thinking. Look at things in a different point of view. Like if you have to take someone, maybe you take the point of view of the person you want to talk to, whoever or whatever, but change your point of view, and you're going to be able to handle it, and you're going to be able to fix it by making your decision. And that's all I have to say. So I hope that resonated, and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to move to the group number 4 and see what happens here. Okay, so has knowledge is knowledge, lots of knowledge, looking for more knowledge, lots of knowledge, knowings, and acting on it. So people see you as a know-it-all. They don't see that you think about what you actually know, you actually thought, you actually think about, and you know what to do with your information. Like, just don't have, there you go. You just don't have the, like, you don't have just the thought, but you also have the action. So you can put it into plan or to action, like you can manifest it. So you have knowledge, and you can do the work. But here, the reason the attitude is they think you're a know-it-all. Yeah, you know everything. Everything is just great with you. You're always on top, and you always can do everything in your work. You're just a know-it-all. That's the attitude where it's coming from. And they're quite strong themselves, but they're always watching their backs, and that's their strength, and they're a negative thinker, and they're always watching their back and protecting themselves, and they think they know how everything works, how it should work and how it works. Well, you know what? You get paid the bigger money, and you hold the more work, and you're going to go farther than them because you have what it takes, and you have the skills, and you have, like you have the higher pay and the higher, and what's the word, you're in a position with more oh my goodness, you're carrying the heavier load, like you have more responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say. You have more responsibility, or you're more responsible at the workplace, and you are definitely the stronger one of the two. And see, there's no doubt, like you have everything it takes here. You're very strong, and you're able to create whatever you want, because you have the knowledge, and you have the way, you know what to do with the knowledge. You actually know how to work with it. So you might be a know-it-all, maybe to them, but you actually do know a lot, and you know how to use it. So they're just not happy with you because you're smart and you're strong and at the workplace. Like you have power at the workplace. I'm taking a sip of tea. You have power. I mean, your work and your word has a lot more weight. So, what to do about this? Well, I almost get it's laughable. So I don't know. That's what's coming through to me. Is like, are they crazy thinking this? Like, like what are they, like? Who cares what they think? So the attitude is because of this, and how to handle it. I'm going to pull out a few more cards because it doesn't say how to handle it. It just says that's what's going on. So how do I handle it? How to handle it, or what should I handle, or how to handle it? Is there anything to do to handle it? It just seems so. So, yeah. So it says that it's just an experience, and so they need to be just an experience. So it's kind of fair. It's kind of like fair that you, of course, know more, and they're going to have to learn that, because that's good for them to learn. So yeah, you're just going to have to show them the way. Like that's how it is. You got to show them the way. They take them under your wing and show them the way. Fight for them. Show them. They're like behind. They're not as good, or they're just learning, and they need to learn. So to change the attitude at work is, if you want to change the attitude at work, as you may not. I don't feel like anybody, like you need to do this, or you may not feel like you need to do this. Maybe that's why I'm picking it up, is that you don't feel like doing it, or you already know it, and it's like too much of a bother for you. But if you want the attitude to change, is to give him some justice on what he does know, and show him the way. Like, show him more, get him to work harder, get him to fight for his position, or to stand up for his beliefs, or he needs to be challenged. So keep him busy. So if you want to change the attitude, is give him more work, more responsibility. That's what I get. So now we're going to go to group number 5. Okay. Things are I feel like things are dreamy, like wishing on that things were a certain way, or totally loving the work, and it's great, you know, like it's just awesome. Like there's a new beginning, and there's a long ways to go. This person gives you attitude because he sees that there's a long ways to go. And there's a new project, or a new beginning, or a new work, or new something, and there's so much to do, and there's such a long ways, and he sees that you don't see the work, and you don't even see what's behind you, in front of you. You just don't see the work. You just don't care. You're not motivated. You're just like just enjoying work as is, and no more, no less. Yeah, they want you to work harder, to pick up your pace, and stop like just taking things as they come, and fulfilling your every whim or every wish. They see that the way things work, they don't like it. That things work, they're slow. They're not right. They don't flow right. They're slow, and you're getting paid the big bucks, or the money is coming in, and they want the big bucks or something. There's something to do with pay or money, or it's not coming in because you're not putting in as hard the effort or the hard work, or you're not working hard enough to bring this money in, and that he wants to have this money come in. He wants this bigger job. The attitudes from that. How to change the attitude is to work harder, take more control of what's around you, and be more supportive, and have definitely the idea about all of this. Like they want, yeah, to make it better, you need to be more supportive, have the idea of how to support the team or the work or the co-worker, and how to create more work, or how to work harder, or how to work better, or that's what's going on here. The attitude is because they feel that you don't work hard enough, or you're not doing your job good enough, or you don't appreciate your job good enough. And there's so much ahead to do, and so much more work to do, and they just don't feel like you're picking up the pace, or you're just not working hard enough, and you're just like taking things on faith, and filling your every wishes, and they just don't feel like that's a good idea. They see that the money needs to come in, or the money needs to come up, make the money. For them, the solution is to make more money. So for them, work ethic is huge, and they really, that's why they're giving you attitude, is because they want you to work harder and work more, and be more conscious of the work, and take in, and not dream so much, or take it for granted so much, and because things for you, you just flow through it, and they want you to work harder. They see that they have a new job or a new start. They see that they know that you know that there's more work, or there's quite a bit ahead. They do see that, and that there's problems and stuff. They don't see that you're stressed over it. They don't see that. I mean, that you're thinking about, oof, there's so much ahead of us. They just see you as carefree. They don't see that what you're thinking, really. They just see what they're thinking, or how they're feeling. And that's where the attitude is misconception. So miscommunication, or they assessed it the way it is. They see you as a dreamer. That's what they see. So, okay, all that's great and everything, but what to do? Oh, there's too many cards. I need a better one. Too many cards. Please give me less cards. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you gotta think of things in different light. If you want things to get better, you gotta change the way of thinking. You gotta think about how you're working. Rearrange your thinking about how you are working. Yeah, it'll really release a lot of stress. So you got to reevaluate how you are working. Think about it if you were on their side or something. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that maybe they just, I don't know. Just rearrange your thinking. That's what it says. Maybe they need to know that you're taking it more seriously. But you are taking it seriously because you are working. But they're not seeing it. So there's something. They say if you want this to change, then you gotta think, you gotta see things in another perspective. Think about your work in a different way, and then it's going to change everything for you. So that's how they say. You gotta reassess your way of thinking at work, or the way of being at work, or the way you're working, or something. It's not saying that you're working bad. It's just saying that just think more about what's going on at work, and maybe state it, talk about it, but definitely rethink about what's going on at work. Take it in a different point of view. So you have to rethink how you're being or what you're saying, and see how you're affecting them when you think a certain way, or how you act in a certain situation, how it's affecting the team or the co-workers around you. Yeah, that's all I'm getting. It almost feels like it's your fault, but it's not. It doesn't mean that it's your fault. It means that there's two different ways of thinking, and if you could only think a little bit more like them, it would release the stress to know that you understood. That's all. It doesn't mean that you're not working right or you're not doing good. It just means that you have two different ways of working, and the other side has to be understood that they're valued too in some way, or that you understood what they wanted, and maybe reassured that you are thinking about it, because you are thinking hard about it, So no, I don't get that it's your fault. I just get that this is what I'm reading, is that if you want the attitude to drop, it's to think this way, to rearrange your thinking, and understanding how the work how it works at work, how everybody works, and understand their point of view of the work, and then the stress will be released.